When you create a new field, one of the items that is important for that field is the acres, and then going forward, what acres are going to be used in the journal entries. In my field overview, I'll be able to see a couple key sources of the acreage for a field. First, there's a GIS area, which is from the mapped field border. Then there's the area in acres. This data field is from the Attributes tab. So I can set the attributes acreage is sometimes used if the grower has a round number for the acres that they'd like to use, or other times it's just used because the field border hasn't been created yet. Now when I create a new journal entry, there's going to be an area automatically applied to this field. And the way that this is applied is based on the area default on data entry forms. I go into options and I can change this area default on data entry forms. This setting determines how FieldX is going to set that default area. It starts at the top of this list and goes down through it until it will find an acreage to use. So first it will look for the area planted this season from all the planting forms in the current crop season. Then it will go down and look for the most recent planting form. And if it doesn't find a planting entry, it will go down to the field size. From there, it moves to GIS size, and then down through the FSA calculated size that's on the Attributes tab. To change the order, I can move any of these items up. It's frequently asked how to move the GIS size to the top so the acreage is always coming from the field border. You can move that to the top, and then that will now be the first thing that FieldX looks for when creating a new entry. Similarly, I can move field size up to the top. And now what's going to happen is FieldX is going to look for GIS size first. If there's no border, it will use the field size from the Field Attributes tab. Depending on your preferences, you may want to flip this around. And of course, you may want to leave it at area planted in the current crop season. For example, that would be useful if only part of the field was planted and some of it was drowned out and never was able to get into the ground. Now with my new setting for looking at GIS size first, when I create a new journal entry, it's going to use the GIS acreage for this field. And I can confirm that by going back to the Field Overview tab and seeing that it matches.